I wanted to fix any overstacking in constricted terrain before we start combat.
Okay.
Now, Joe, where is it down here? Here it is.
Where you at?
Down here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been doing a step by step on Vassal, looking up every rule to make sure. Using the new charts are actually pretty nifty.
Oh, the ones that came with decision games?
Yeah.
I didn't get any.
You didn't get any? I thought you got a set of those.
No, I never got any new set.
I'll have to look. I think I might have two sets of them.
I'm almost done. I'm just looking at my units to see if they're overstacked in constricted terrain.
Okay. So I'm almost done with the surprise round. I'm doing the first attacks by the Germans. I'm up by the was it the Schnee Eifel or whatever?
In what?
The Schnee Eifel. That's where I'm at right now in Wacht and Rhein doing the attacks. I did the German artillery barrage, the Allies artillery barrage, and then now I'm doing the ground assaults by the Germans for the surprise round for Wacht am Rhein.
Oh, you started a game?
Yeah, because I remember I wanted to do like multiple bulge games, do the first day and see how they compare for
Yes.
similarities or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I'm just doing that. But I started with Wacht am Rhein because we're playing that. Plus, that's why I read all the rules again. So I just finished that like a couple, 3 days ago. And then I read through all the Hammett rules to see how they were different. They're really not that much different. They got their artillery rule for using the HQs. Then they have the HQ in a static or a mobile situation. So that's kind of interesting. And then I read through the Wacht am Rhein special rules, and I made an actual list of all the German and American units that have special rules. So they're just a list. So which would have been helpful playing because, to see which units I had to actually go look up and had restrictions on and stuff. So
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for our ground assault attack. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way, Steve? Good?
good. How about you?
It was good. Hung out with some friends, watched my Dallas Cowboys lose, but had good food. So
How
that
did
was
they end
good.
up? What was the score in that game?
36-33, losing
Oh,
in
it was
overtime.
close. It was close at the end of the half, too.
Yes. But in any event, back to wargaming.
Okay.
So let's start in the north, by the 6th Army, and let me get a marker out so I can show you where we're going to start.
Okay.
What the? Did you move that?
What?
Why did you just see what happened?
I didn't move anything. I saw you put some spades down.
If it just flew out of the hand of my mouse. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So
I think those are extra artillery ships, aren't they? Oh no, that's my unit under there.
mm,
Getting pummeled.
let's see. What? So yeah, I'm gonna come straight onto this with my panzers.
Okay.
So we have a 14.
I have 6.
Okay. So that's going to be 2.33. So we have a 33% chance to go to 3 to 1. Let's roll. 54. Nope. So we stay at 2 to 1. So it's 2 to 1 in the forest. And that is going to be line 3. So we're on the H column.
G column. On line 3.
Oh, yes, G column. So let's go through his shifts. All right, as a defender, you have an AS marker on you. So we're going to go from the G up to the H. Are you in a vantage point? No, you are not. You have no ET on you, correct? No entrenchments, no IPs on you.
No.
You have no leader that can help you. And you're not overstacked. You don't have a unit that can help you that's adjacent to me. That's also adjacent to you because I'm in movement cover terrain.
Yep.
So you're not going to get any ships for that. And that's it.
So you had 2 to the left for. Did you just do me or you did you too, right?
I just did you. I just want to check. As your unit. Nope, he's not. For me, I'm in PA. So we're going to go from the H column up to the J. I have no AS markers on myself. I don't have any leaders that can help me. Let's see what else is there that can help. That's it.
So it should be 3 to the right?
Oh shit. Yes, it should be 3 to the right.
Okay. So we go
we're on the J column, actually.
Wouldn't it be K?
So we were on the G.
Yeah, and it goes H, J, K.
We went to H.
I have 2 artillery shifts on me.
Oh, you do? Okay, yes, so we're on K. Okay, dice modifiers. Combat reserve.
None for me under range.
None for me. Rib.
None for me.
None for myself. Proficiency. My lead unit is going to be 6.
I'm an 8.
Okay, so that's 2. So it's minus 10. Armor.
Got nothing.
I have a 6 going in. So it's 6 minus your nothing. So it's 6, but then we're in the forest, and that's going to knock us down. And I can bring in a maximum of 1. So that's going to be a 10 plus. So your minus 10 with my plus 10, it's a wash. So there's no dice modifiers.
Okay.
So we're just on the K column, no dice modifiers. I'll roll first. 98.
Oh.
That's going to be deadly. 43. So 98 is going to be a star 2, 2. So you have to take 2 mandatory, you have 2 discretionary, and a star. You have to roll your proficiency to see what happens.
Okay.
43 on the K column is a star. So let me roll my proficiency, see if I pass. I pass, because that's a 0.
Yep.
So we made some
Okay,
progress.
so,
up here.
yeah. All right, let's get rid of that. Well, the artillery ships will end up coming off now, right? Because we're done attacking.
They're gone.
Okay, so I got to take 1 hit for sure to start out with. So place that marker. What is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a step loss. Put my Okay.
So the other
That moves me
mandatory.
to, so now I got to do the star too. Let me do the star one. So failed that. So that's discretionary. So I'm a 3-2. Now I'm a 3-1. And then the other mandatory goes to discretionary. So I'm 4 discretionary hits.
That's correct.
So I'll have to max retreat and fatigue 2. I just got to find my HQ. Where are you at?
That's correct. So a leg unit maximum retreat is 2. And then the other 2, you can treat it as step losses or fatigued.
Okay, and I have to try to go into cover terrain if I can, so I can go there and then there, because that's toward both are toward the HQ. And and then if he's fatigued and he goes into a hex with another unit, they're going to fatigue, so as well. So let me grab. Okay, so that was 2 retreats, and then the other 2 are fatigue 2. Let me go find that. I'll just be able to place marker, fatigue. There you are, and flip it. A lot of stuff there. Oops. Apparently my step loss marker decided to.
Well, we finally broke through over there.
Yeah. And so now you got advance, but you can advance 1 and then you have to stop in the forest.
I'm going to stay where I am right now.
You're not going to advance?
There's a reason being I'm not going to advance.
I'm sure there is.
Let's try this attack right here.
Okay.
So that's the hex I'm attacking.
Yeah, the other prepared assault on the left, you just did that one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's do this so we don't get confused. That's been done.
Well, don't you just remove it?
This is a 7.
I have 7.
This is not going to be good. Why did I make this attack? Okay, 7
I
against
think
a 7.
you had more than that, but the artillery drove them off.
Maybe. Okay, 7 to 7 is 1-1.
Should be line 3 with the forest again, right?
Should be line 3 with the forest, correct. So that's going to bring us, wow, on a D column, all the way down at the D. Not a good attack. Okay. Let's start with you for your shifts. Do you have any AS markers on you?
Nope.
You don't have any vantage. You're not on a vantage point. You do have an IP. So that goes down from D to C. You have no leaders, nothing. You do. Nope. You don't have anyone adjacent to you that can help you.
No, I do have a leader around there, but he's not active.
Okay.
He's snoozing.
So it looks like so far in C column. For myself, my column shifts PA marker, so we go back from a C up to a D. No AS markers on me. I don't have a leader that can help. And no engineer, I don't think. Nope. Okay, so we're just on the D column.
Okay.
Let's go now with dice modifiers. Combat reserve. You don't have anyone. I don't have anyone in combat reserve.
No CR.
And rib. I don't have anyone that can help in rib. You can have anyone adjacent to you that can help you.
Do they have to be the same unit though?
Same regiment.
Same division, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's the guy next to me is 2nd division, so that doesn't do me any good.
Okay.
That's what the whole. What were they doing? So
I guess they were just scattered all around.
It's being dumb. So nothing there.
Okay, so we're going to go into proficiency.
You didn't have any Rev either?
I did not. I do not. My proficiency is going to be a 6.
Yeah, mine is a 7.
So you got a -5 to you. And armor.
I think we're going to be in the same boat. I'm a 0 and you're a 6.
No, I'm a 5 this time. However, I will lose. I'm not going to get it because the forest will only allow me to have 1.
Yeah.
But then you have an IP that's going to take.
Don't you do the? Okay, so don't you do it like this? Don't you do the forest is a -2 and the IP is a -1 for -3, and then you have a max of 1, so you'd still have 1.
Maybe you're right.
I think you do all the modifiers first, so I can look it up real quick if you want, but I think it's all the modifiers first, and that just shows the final max.
Got it.
You have 5, so 3 minus 5 from 2, or 3 from 5 is 2, and you can have a max of 1.
Okay.
I think you do it that way. Otherwise, you're getting kind of double jeopardy there because you'd never get to have armor if they had forest and an entrenchment because it would drop you to 1, and then you'd lose everything.
Makes sense.
Right? So armor is 5 to 0 for forest, makes it max 1, so 1. So that's plus 10 for you.
So it's plus 10. You're minus
So that
5.
puts it at plus 5 net.
Yes.
And we're on the D column. Is that all the modifier? Yeah, armor's last. So, hey, fire it up, bud.
This is ugly. This is not going to be good.
If you keep
77, which would be 82. And 82 is going to be a 1 discretionary against you.
What's
50?
56 or 55? No, I was looking at it as a 1. So 55.
1. 1 discretionary, 1 mandatory. So
all right,
I have to take a mandatory. So my first lead unit that I brought in has to take that hit. And we will retreat, and we can retreat back into our IP since we were attacking.
And if you retreat, I can drop a discretionary or all discretionary, is it?
You can drop 1.
Okay. Well, that's all I had, right? So, So Germans take 1 step. Make sure you record your step loss.
That's what I'm going to do right now.
1 retreat, and I can drop the discretionary, so no effect.
Okay. That's why I didn't want to advance.
Okay. In case that didn't go well?
Not knowing if I was going to get that win.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else are we attacking with? Okay. Here we go. We got some more down here. I'm down here, right over here.
3rd Panzer Grenadier.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, no.
So that's the stack.
Okay.
And I'm bringing in these 2 stacks. Are you in? Just want to make sure you're not in constricted. You're not. So I have 12, 15, 21, 22. Let's make sure that again. 12, 15, 21, 22. Yes. So I got 22.
So 22 is 3.14 to 1.
All right. Let me roll. 14% to go up to 4 to 1. Nope. So it's 3 to 1. In the forest rough, which is line 3. So 3 to 1, line 3 is going to be H.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, here's the thing. So we can keep playing this if you want, but if you look at the new rules, you've been getting hammered with the forest rough, and that's not a thing. So I think you've been handicapped this whole game with us using a forest rough on the fire support.
What do you mean it's not a thing? They
In
took
the
it
new
out?
charts, they don't have forest rough. Forest and rough are the same thing on a fire support now. They're each a -1 only. What?
Yes. No.
What?
I don't know why they changed it.
Oh, well, I don't know. They got rid of it because I asked that question on there because they have a rough 2 now. And that's for like some more mountainous stuff, I guess. I was wondering if that replaced it because that's still a -2. So now it's just Bocage, Village, and Rough 2 are -2. Marsh, Soft Ground, Swamp, Rough Woods, Forest, and Hedgerow are all -1s. So you're going to have a little easier sledding on the fire support, but you were getting clobbered with that -2 on your fire support. So.
All right, we'll go through and see. But thanks for the update on that one.
I think I Facebooked you in the message group any of the changes I saw. So if you look at that, there's only like 3 or 4 that really stuck out. So just so you know.
All right, so we are at 3-1 on the H column, we said. And
Yep.
then we go into shift. Do you have an AS marker on that guy? No, right?
No AS marker, no.
And you're not in a vantage point. Nope. ET, IP, E3, which one are you?
IP.
IP, so we go from a H down to a G column for your IP. How about any leaders?
I don't think so, no.
And there's no one adjacent to you that can help you. So that's the only shift you're going to get. So we're going down to a G. For me, PA, I go back up from a G up to an H. I don't have any AS markers on myself. I don't have any leaders that can help me. And I have an engineer, I know. Let's see. Yes.
So 1 right for the engineer to cancel the PA.
So we're on,
Is that all yours?
that would be all of mine. Where are we on? The J
It's
or
on
the H?
I. Is there not an I? Is that the one where they skip it? It's GHJ, so yeah. The non-I column always gets me. So it's J column.
Okay, so we're on the J column. All right. Dice modifiers. I see you have combat reserves that can reach.
Yeah, it has to be within 3, right?
Correct. And there's a bridge there so it can get across.
Yeah, I have 1. I was just checking it. So CR allies +5. You don't have any, do you?
No. So you're going to get a -5 for that one unit.
-5, sorry. PR?
Rib. So Rib is next.
Okay.
I
I
have
have
5, 10, 15, 20. I have
in Rib.
20.
You have +20.
Correct.
I forget now. Rib, you don't have to be next to the attacker with Rib. You just have to be next to the defender, right?
Correct. So basically, anyone that's for the defender, if you have units adjacent to you, that's part of that regiment, they can give each other the Rib bonus.
Okay, so I had 2, so I have +10, and let me look up something. I might have one more. I have to look. Let's see, who is that? That is CCB. Are they part of that? Yep, I got one more because they're part of that unit. So okay, so we're at -5. Then you had 20, and now I have -15.
So we're at 0.
We're at 0. And then we have proficiency.
Proficiency, I'm going to go in with, I believe, my 6.
I'm a 5.
So I'm going to get a +5 for that.
And
armor.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. Well, do I want to use that one? Hold on. I gotta go look at something real quick. I'm gonna use my armor in the hex. He's a 7, so then he'll have to die.
So then it's a -5.
A -5. And then this is where you'll make it up, though, I'm sure, because I have an armor of 2. What's yours? I'm assuming you got tanks there.
Yes, but I don't think it's going to do much. So I have a 4. So my 4 to your 2 leaves me with 2. And then you have the forest, which is another -2. So it's going to wipe that away. So nothing there.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a -5 on the dice modifier.
On the J column?
On a J column.
-5. Alrighty.
Here we go. Got to blast away in here. 88.
Ooh, that's a good roll. You're rolling hot tonight. We both rolled hot there.
So 88 is at 83 for myself, and that's going to be a star 1-1 for you. And then you roll a 13 -5 is going to be an 8. That's not good. And that's going to be a 1-1 for me. So I have to take a discretionary and a mandatory. So the first is the mandatory. And I have to take it on my unit that was the lead unit. It's going to be first. So that lead unit is going to take a step loss. So let me flip it. And let me mark my loss. This is the 6th. Okay, so that's done. Now, if I have to take another loss, I have to take it from my tank since I used it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I have to pull back.
Okay.
I would push it, but so I just satisfied my losses. So you still have to roll to see if you have to have another discretionary.
All right, PR check. Pass.
So your discretionary that you have gets wiped away because I retreated. However,
Okay.
you got to take your mandatory.
And I got to lose my tank because he was my PR. He was my lead unit. So maybe not the best move ever, but trying to hold the line, I guess.
What is this back here?
So you knocked out my Stewarts.
Listen, I'll take whatever I can to punch a hole in here. All right, let's go down here. Let's go to this big battle.
That ain't looking too good.
That guy's been a pain in my ass since the very beginning. I got to get him out of there.
I think he's gone. Not looking good here.
Let's see what I have. everything around this guy.
They,
Since I didn't take them off, I have to attack with everybody. So we have 20,
well,
we have 40, we have 47, uh, 47, 54, 55, 50, 61. So I have 61.
61.
Yes.
I have 5. So 12.2 to 1. So we're basically all the way on the right on what? Forest. So line 3.
Yes. On the
So,
end column.
All right. So end column.
Now, how many AS markers do you have on you?
1.
So what we have to do is we're just going to write down how many shifts in your favor, how many shifts in my favor, and then we will subtract it from there. So you got 1 AS marker that goes in favor for me, and I'll put 1 in favor for you. Okay.
Do you have an AS mark?
No, vantage point for you, are you? Nope, you're not on a vantage point. You have an IP or an entrenchment?
Entrenchment.
So you're going to get 2 in your favor. I'm just marking it down on my paper.
Okay.
Do you have a leader? No, you do not. I don't think you have. Nope, you don't have anyone that can help you. So
No, it's looking pretty rough for that guy.
I have in my favor, I'm in PA. I don't have any AS markers on me. I'm just going to check one more time.
Well, you already matched me with my artillery shift, so with your PA and your artillery shift, we're already at far end column.
But I have multi-formation, so I'm going to get a shift against me. But I have a leader who's going to give me the shift back. So yes, we're going to be on the last column.
Okay.
Okay, let's go combat reserves. 1, 2, 3. I have.
Man, you really want this hex, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I have none.
I have 5, 15. So I have a plus 15.
You have 3 of them?
I have 3 of them.
Plus 15. Okay.
So, rib.
I have no rib.
I have 5, 10, 20.
This might be one of those, max plus 60?
20. What's the max we can go on rib, by the way? Let's see.
You can do 2 regiments. I think the attacker can do 2. Let me look it up real quick. I think it's 2.
I think 25, up to 25, correct? Up to 30.
Yeah.
Up to 30, I believe.
Yeah, you can do up to 6, and the defense can do up to 3. So it's basically 2 regiments and 1 regiment.
Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. So I have a.
You have the max 30.
Yes.
That's now a plus 45.
Proficiency. I will use.
Oh boy, let me go look that up. I gotta look that one up again.
I'm going to use this guy. He's a 5.
Yeah.
I have a 6 best in there, so.
Now, does your proficiency go up because you're in entrenchment? Do you remember that?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we're supposed to go up, so I'm actually a 7 there.
Okay, and I'm a 5.
Good
So
call on that.
you're going to get a minus 10. And then last is going to be armor.
I have anti-tank of 3.
Well, I have to go in with this one, a 6. Well, I'll go with this one, not across the stream. I don't want to go across the stream. So I have a 6. You have a 3.
Yeah, anti-tank of 3.
So that leaves me with a 3. And then your entrenchment and the forest. The
Forest makes it a -2. Entrenchment 2 is a -2. So
nothing.
all right, so that's it. So we're in the end column with a +35.
Correct. Ugh.
Well, I think you're going to hammer me anyway with that.
So that's 12, 62. So that's a 62 against you, which is a 2-1. 2 discretionary, 1 mandatory. And then a 35, which would be a 66. That's off the charts, so nothing on that against me.
Okay, so you don't have to do anything. I do. Okay, so
Let me take these off while you're doing that.
all right, so
That's what's in there?
yeah. It's dead now. All right, so let me get rid of this guy for my. I got 2 discretionary, 1 mandatory.
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay, so there goes my mandatory, and
If he retreats...
rough is not movement covering terrain, is it?
No, it's not. It's only observation, I believe. No, it's not. It's neither.
Oh, it's neither?
Let me look at the new updated terrain. No, it's not. It's not any. It's not observation nor movement cover terrain. It's neither. So you would lose a step if you retreat.
Okay, and I got to retreat 2. So, if they retreat here, which they'd have to retreat there, I got to lose 1. So he dies. And that gives me half. And then my only other hex I can go to is that IP because the other ones are all touching you. So, yeah, pretty anti-tank heavy there.
No.
All right, so that's it. So that was my 2 discretionary, so I'm good.
Okay, I'll move my guys. And we'll get rid of all these PA markers.
I think you should get some more instruction.
And then you can advance. You can advance 1 unit at a time.
No, I'm gonna stay like this, like so.
Oh, do you take over the ET2 when you move into it?
No, that's gone. That's destroyed.
Whoa, wait a minute. Where are we at here? Did it get moved or something?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So I took that hex where it was a forest. You backed out to your IP unit in constricted terrain.
Oh, that's right. You were attacking with a mixed formation, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. I just saw the 9th SS stuff. I didn't realize you had infantry. So
I didn't know you had such a small unit in there.
Well, there was a lot of small units that were on the board in the beginning, so we just had to make it look good.
That unit, Now I cleared that road for myself. I needed that
Yeah.
road. Okay. I have no more ground assault attacks. I'm looking right
Don't
now.
you?
I think
You
that's
didn't have any down south, huh?
no. I didn't want to take a chance down there.
Well, this is a pretty good round for you because you ripped that big hole up there by the 2nd and the 99th. And you just took that road and secured it for yourself. So that's going to open that up. So I've been looking at this as a German player because I'm doing the surprise round
Hmm.
for the 16th AM. And it's not all fun and games as the German. You think you just have overwhelming odds, but there's a lot of stuff you got to fight for.
It's this constrict. Before it was the mud. We ran into
Yeah.
that mud, constant mud, and then you have the constricted terrain. Trying to go through the constricted terrain with our mechanized units, and then the mud on top of it.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
There's just not a lot of roads going east and west for the Germans.
No, I'm looking at the whole map right now, trying to find out what areas we push through, and
Yeah.
where you're sealing up, and where there's holes.
So, yeah. All right. So, boom, let's go. You want to play with the new sequence of play?
Okay, what is it?
I don't think it'll be much different. The only, well, you'll have to still do your,
Yeah,
because that's the end of all your ground assault, right?
yes. So what I have
Okay.
on the sequence of plays, let's make sure. Let me see if it's different from what you have. We finished ground assault. You don't have anyone for exploitation, correct? Or myself, I meant. I don't have anyone
Right,
for
you don't.
exploitation.
Yep, that would be next. Active player exploitation. That's the administration phase, right?
Now we start administration. I got to check my supply, and then
So
we can
there's-
try artillery replenish.
So that's the same. I think the difference is now you don't do your unit supply and everything in the beginning. You do it all during this phase.
So headquarters to headquarters we check, and units to headquarters we check in this phase.
Yep. Yep. So you do active player checks, the general supply status of all HQs, and then all units.
Okay, it's not that bad.
So that all they did was combine that so that it's in the same phase, which makes sense because if you're counting all that crap out, you only have to keep counting a little bit more to check units a lot of times. So it'd be nice if you're doing all that to do it all at once.
Oh, by the way,
Then
did you mark your losses?
On my steps,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yep, I did.
We are in. It's normal. Okay, so
So you have air supply, which I don't think either of us had air, did we?
no.
Or you probably don't need it. So then it's supply determination for you.
Hmm. So I'm going to check
You know
my
what I just
supply,
figured out,
and I'm
though?
going to go from the north, and I'm going to work my way down south.
Okay, I just figured out because you reminded me of the PR bonus in an ET. I have to go back through my ground assault phase and redo all those because I had my PR off by one, so I got to go check them and see which ones matter.
Oh, that's right.
Just like you and I did the first time we played this, it's like I always forget about the entrenchment too, giving you an extra PR.
I left my headquarters on a trail. Oh, I got to rotate this.
Hey, you might like this. I don't think this is in the original one. I don't remember it. You can use engineers to improve roads temporarily for supply. So you can make trails into secondary roads temporarily.
So how do we do that? How does that work?
Well, let me look it up here for you. All right. So, improve roads. Okay, so engineers, defensive works. So here's what you can do with them. You can affect ground assaults and defensive works, towns and cities, ferry units, construct and demolish bridges, construct field works, and improve roads, which is rule 17.7.0. which is road improvement. Players may use engineer units to improve the quality of trails and roads for supply purposes only. Road improvement is temporary and only valid as long as the conditions apply. Improved roads do not affect movement costs, nor do they confer any other benefit gained for the improved road. At the beginning of the friendly construction phase, the active player may designate engineer units as road improvement crews. To perform road improvement, the engineer unit must be in tactical mode and in a hex containing a trail or railroad or secondary road. The hex must contain at least 2 engineer steps. The engineer unit cannot be in a hex observed by enemy ground units. If observed by enemy ground units while designated as road improvement units, the engineers immediately lose their road improvement status. Engineer units cannot move while performing road improvement. Players should mark them in any manner desired. I'd say just put a construction thing on top of them maybe, or under them maybe. The owning player may remove their road improvement status marker during any friendly movement phase. Engineer units improving roads do not change the type of printed bridge which crosses a water obstacle. Such bridges retain their original characteristic, i.e. trail bridge remains a trail bridge. For all purposes, including flooding and bridge collapse, the improvement effects. When determining general supply in the administration phase, the hex occupied by the designated engineer unit and all adjacent hexes that the engineer unit could legally move to without being ferried that contain a trail or railroad or secondary road are improved for supply purposes only. When tracing general supply, treat trail railroad hexes as secondary road hexes. Treat secondary road hexes as primary road hexes. You cannot improve a primary road. So that's kind of neat. Still there?
I'm here.
Oh.
No, I'm listening to you, but I'm counting my.
I thought that was a decent little add-on where you can try to improve roads. I mean, that'd be good for you to know starting this one out next time. It'd be nice to have better roads for supply anyway. Doesn't help with movement. But.
Like tracing supply up here in the north is just brutal.
Yeah. Anywhere.
So this
brutal up here.
One.
Well, you're doing supply. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right, I was back. I forgot. Did I ask you if you had a good Thanksgiving?
Yes, you did. Okay. So this guy can trace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so he will be in supply. And since he's adjacent, no, he's different.
Somebody tried to break into my store last night.
Really, huh?
Yeah,
They're looking for games that desperate, huh?
I guess. They really worked over. I have a thing I call it the troll stopper. It's a big bar I put on the back double doors.
Uh-huh.
And they couldn't get through that. So, but the alarm went off at 1:14, and then Simply Safe called me, and then I looked on the camera and said, no, it must be a false alarm because there's nobody in the store. Because I had a sensor fall off last winter so that it went off because it obviously broke the connection. So I thought it was the same thing. So I didn't want to bug the police with a false alarm. And then when I went to restart it, it didn't say any sensor errors. And it always says that if obviously if it falls off. So I was like, uh-oh. So my business partner was on the way, and then I went there, and people had been wrenching on the back door. The back door handle's busted. We got the big metal bar. It was digging into the metal door. They were working on it pretty good till we got there.
Good.
All gone by the time we got there, and so I filed a report and stuff like that. And we also had some big bolts and screws on there, and they had bent those upward. They were trying hard, but
It seems as though they were.
yeah. You're going to put that much effort into it. Work on a bank, not a game store.
You know what? I used to say that if you put in all the effort to try to rob a place, you can
Yeah.
put that effort into making something creative.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew a guy that was kind of a shyster, and I used to think, if you put all that energy into actually running a business, you'd probably be a bazillionaire. You spent more time figuring out how to scam things than just legitimately do it.
These guys here I use, but now they're back.
All the spades.
Yes.
I can't believe I got to redo all those PRs. I'm only not even halfway done. I'm only a third of the way through all my attacks. So at least you brought it up now. Oh, the other thing is, I don't think now you can move and you can still get replacements now.
No, you cannot, correct? Or they changed that?
No, they changed it. You can now. There is rules. I don't think armor can if you're next to an enemy and observed.
So we can move, get next to a stack, and get ready to attack and get replacements, and then make the attack.
Kinda. Your replacements aren't they now?
No, because you set up your attacks first, and then you do replacements, and then you do your artillery attacks, and then ground assault attacks. So you're going to move in position, get replacements to shore up that position, and now you can make attacks. Before it wasn't like that. Before you couldn't move to get replacements.
Let me go read and make sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Which I like that the first way better.
During the replacement segment of friendly combat, rebuilding on-map units. The player allocates correct any replacements. You may regain 1 step of strength on any map unit receives replacement if the unit is listed on the unit replacement table in tactical mode and in general supply and in command and not attack designated and not marked with a fatigue marker and a leg class unit not adjacent to an enemy unit or a mech class unit that is not adjacent to an enemy unit and not observed by an enemy ground unit. An on-map unit may only replace 1 step. Players must replace... Yeah, so you can't be attack designated, but you can move. So, you could basically, if you're some of the problems I was having with my Americans is if I moved them to the back, I couldn't put replacements in them. So you cannot attack, but you can move.
Got it. Okay. So I did those guys up there. I'm down by my 277 over here. Still in the 6th Army area.
Oh yeah, I was just fighting with the 277th, I think, in my game. I'm learning a ton by playing through that as the Germans.
Let's get closer to this. Okay. That's done. He's here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's good. All these guys are good. Good. That's good. Okay. Where is my headquarters? It's 4. It's 2, 4. The 6th can go to here. So that's all good. Headquarters. Where is the headquarters?
So
Oh, here it is. Nope. That's the headquarters. I'm trying to find one of my headquarters.
use that little thing you showed me.
That's what I'm going to do right now.
That's a sweet deal right there. So I'm thinking I might have a problem.
What's the problem?
Because while you and I are playing, I'm going through and fixing my other Wacht and Rhein file. Does that sound like I have a problem with too much GOSS? Playing 2 GOSS games at the same time.
Here it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. You know what? I need to do this. I gotta keep these on top. So everybody's in range of supply for this guy. And him. forgot the rule for on-hand supply. If a unit's on-hand supply and you have to trace back to the headquarters when you're on-hand supply, it's half the distance.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yep,
So,
it
for
still
instance, if it's 11, I'm supposed to be at 5 distance away.
It's round down.
I believe it does.
I'll check.
So my guys are not going to make it. 1, 2,
I'll double
3,
check.
4, 5. Either way, I would be too far away.
Won't matter.
My headquarters is about 10 from them.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, here he is. Okay.
I didn't see where it said, and I think the default, unless they say, is you round up to the next whole number. But like you said, it didn't matter. But I'll keep looking.
So here's these.
Yeah, it doesn't say, and the default general rule is you round up to the next whole number.
Okay.
So just for future reference.
That's 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy's good. Finally, I'm going to take guys out of on-hand supply.
Nice.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm jumping into the 7th Army area. These are all in supply. I haven't really moved them. Except for this guy down here. Oh, no. It's 5. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, another thing too is I think one time you rolled a 00 and you counted it as 100, which hosed you. I think that was bad for you. It's actually just 0. So it would have been really good for you.
That's good to know.
Because I was reading in the rules and it says a number between 0 and 99. So you can't have 100. So I think it was one of those things where you needed it. It was probably you were the defender, and with a 00, you probably would have smoked me. So.
6, 7. Okay, and then that puts him in supply and these guys. 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I checked all my guys. Artillery depleted. I am going to pay, I believe. I'll start with my 7th armor and see how many. I'm sorry, the 6th army area. I'm going to start there.
I'll go through mine and see what I got to pay for.
My ADV is just way too low to make the rolls.
Oh, what I got here? What I got to do is zoom in. Get too hard to read this stuff. Yeah.
Okay, down here. I got 1, 2, 3.
Where are those guys at? Those guys are good dudes. Where are they at? Ammo.
6, 7. Let's see here. What else do I have? What else do I have over here? Okay. I'm going to spend 2 ammo points It's going to allow me to have 6 back. One, 2.
I was laughing because I just scrolled to my guys and was going to click on them, and when you moved, it jumped to where you were. I was like, dang it.
3. 4. 5. Yeah, I'll take this guy. And 6. Actually, this guy shouldn't even be in that hex. He should be out. And then I get to roll for 1. Let's see. My ADV, I believe it's a 3. Oh, you know what I did? I moved the wrong one. I have to put back. I can only feed 3 artillery. Let me correct that. So,
Why is that?
I only have 1 ammo point.
Oh, okay.
So I got to put 3 back. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. You know what? Let me leave this one out and we'll put on him. So I fixed that. And then so I can spend now what I was saying, and my ADV is a 3. So these 4 down here I'm gonna roll for. So starting with one of them. 9, he fails. The next one passes. Next one passes.
Jeez, dude. You should be in Vegas tonight.
I should, right?
The way you rolled those attacks and you're rolling your ammo ones.
And the last one. No.
All right, maybe you shouldn't be in Vegas. You'd have broke even.
And then we're going to go way down south. Is there anything down here that... I think we're pretty good.
So one thing I learned when playing the surprise turn as the Germans, some of those infantry units have sucky PR offensive ratings.
Yes.
That's brutal, dude.
So you really can't attack with them, and they're more for defense. Now, you can attack, but you're going to take a beating going in.
Well, what I did is I used every possible unit, and I'm just jumping every American unit I can to see if I can break some holes. But yeah, after that, when you don't have the surprise round, you're going to get killed. And you can't get a lot of your stuff to even attack because they only let you PA on the surprise round. So you only get to move 1 for infantry, 2 for armor. So you got a lot of stuff sitting back there that doesn't even launch off right away.
No, it's slim pickings, I know. So you got to pick and choose what you want to do and who's going to go in.
And then the -4 artillery modifier. I don't know why they gave the Germans a -4 artillery modifier. Do you think on the surprise round?
For when?
On the surprise round, they have a -4 game turn.
You know how they like to do restrictions on everything, which you know I can't stand that because they're making you reenact history instead of reliving history.
Well, I'm trying to remember
Rewriting
why historically was their artillery that bad or what?
Who knows?
That's brutal because the Americans only had a -1, and I could only fire 1 or 2 guns, and I was just wailing on the Germans because they don't get any terrain benefit. So it's brutal.
So I did my mutual ammo supply. You did yours as well for your
So
artillery.
I spent an ammo point in the 3rd Army to resupply 2.
Then we go into fatigue recovery for me. I don't have anyone in fatigue, so I'm not going to recover anyone. And we are done for the PM turn. And now it is night turn. December 21st, night. Okay. There's still some things to do here. Oh, I can't wait for December 22nd.
Why? What's going on then?
If plans go the way I think it might go, I think there might be something that I can work on.
Oh, you get 9th Panzer Division?
Oh, good. Speaking of reinforcements, what's coming in next day? Wow. Something nice and juicy coming in. Actually, 2 juicy things that are coming in. I won't say anything about it. I'll wait for you to see them come in.
Well, I see 9th Panzer on your chart there.
No.
That's right.
For December 22nd?
Yeah.
No. There's no 9th Panzer coming in.
Says it on the game turn one, unless that's wrong.
Remember, they have the updated reinforcement.
Oh, okay.
But any event, there's certain things that I see that maybe they might work, maybe they don't. I don't know. Depends on how my Germans react, and hopefully we don't have mud that's going to mess up our supplies.
Yeah. Well, I see you're getting some replacement armor and infantry. I'm getting 4 infantry. No armor.
So you want to start your night turn?
Yeah, we can if you want.
Yeah, I might as well.
All right, so
Night turns are fast.
yeah, there's no combat, so it's pretty much all right. So I'm going to use the new mode determination.
Oh, did you use this combat reserve guy?
Not him. No,
Oh,
he was too far away. All right, doing mode determination right now. I got a problem up north here.
moving.
No, I didn't move. This came out of
I
out
have,
of battery. In battery now.
okay, because I have you centered on your move, so my screen is jumping around. What's with all the guys in the north in strategic movement?
In the north?
By Yupin,
Where?
by Yupin
Yupin?
and Liege.
Yupin. That's some core assets coming in, I think, yeah. And Liege, those are 30th Arm. Those are British guys that had to move there. So they'll be able to come out of that during their turn. They're stuck there, though, in Liege. They can't move. Or they can't cross the river right now. All right, this guy here. I think we'll flip that guy over. I really do. I didn't like these new charts when I first got them, but as I've been using them, they're actually really well done. They have a lot of good information on them.
Are they the big charts? You know how which come with Hurricane? I think they're like 17 or 20 inches long.
No, these are the ones you pay $5 for to get from Decision Games.
Mm-hmm. And they're 8 by 11?
Yeah.
8.5 by 11, I meant.
Mm-hmm. All right, these guys.